That's an X-nay on the Where Did Our Love Go?
What the goal of the billionaire class is
I gotta go get this
world as a digital simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with his peace. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes,
shoot it out in the middle of the streets. Come on. The head cool off a little bit.
I see myself clearly, breathing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Once those the bed, they sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work and left behind where you stay, I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. That's my decision. It's the walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posses. Hola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed out children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon base to silicone base. Should be when the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Barter system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, I'm not some pastor or preacher. Was released represent with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years and the beast comes. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast.
I don't have to war with nothing.
Melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
I can do more of that. I'm not running this shit.
Like it's a Frankenstein moment, and they're framing it to
whatever.
us as innovation, right? We're
Whatever I agree with today don't mean nothing.
happening. And,
I don't really agree with it.
I equate it to like the golem bringing
Idiots figure it
in
out.
like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Chi-Town, who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky behind ground, my crown flash helmet. So my ex out still spit. Cabby tied down, even seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did diffusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked, it caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust all on some ice and some velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies that well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, just a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit, my flow's the shit. To a fly zone, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but with Hiller man, it's not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle Sheet. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow, I set standards. Catch me, you're gonna have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as your goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dated space AC, y'all. Bust stuck in the case, face off. After it shake the stages of fate, they fraud. Battle start intergalactic, it's my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just policy up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. The world's and pearls what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Listen to me, young people, old people too, mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
So, y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah, I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, Mao, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the shy fight. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die out from the skybox. And got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood we gon' have to spill some. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's built from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society.
Hell no.
Should have been disobeyed
No.
now. Forehead and knees off the floor. Should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could've loaded in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debate was about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, Mao, Big Mac. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Ain't fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak.
Yeah, you're not too smart, I say.
Other than we ain't sucker or beat. Stand on 2 feet. One trip the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guys.
Why that troll come in here that I told him to watch out for me? Why don't he come back? Why don't he come back and speak? Oh, that's right. Be careful what you wish for, dummy. Like you're ready. You're not ready for nothing. None of you are. I know this. Come on now. Fake identity, no identity having. Coward ass. Homosexuals.
It's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a symbols for the conscious mind, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yeah, a circulus round, created successful reality from a virtue now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezes that'll hurt you, they smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw magic shirt around me to keep me from harm. The law fat checks purposely will keep me. I'm calm. Water fight at earth, turn me from that peace to a bomb. Below the drink, just split the rings, the point in the centimeters. I've accomplished my inner demons. 490-degree angles, guarded by angel of shiny elite angels. Thank you, and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'll fly in plain view. I am my circle, how I govern four corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place, in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. I recall when pro and I spit flows, dope man fly in the shell. Shower Hampton kept spoke, stay high. Years later, he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave my synopsis, he's hostile. I prayed I could say I behave by locals. I've raised my moral ground. Way have my character, stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem, the day sky. You got on what the world's been waiting for, the days now. They are there and I don't abide by the same ethics. They fame, respect, and obtain the credit for keeping the uplift erect, but with strange ethics. But the ethic of my name will reign and remain. To prescribe my passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rare, Smith. But the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, just kidding, then it tried to be good. My soul bounced back from it. I announced it, I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb. That jungle, I run it, and thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in darkness, the sun lit. On you false lights, don't have to be gold to glitter. After super parker, just for show, go figure you did. Pounding you bamboo or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hella track, no illa back than me. Master built her back, originally pretty. Take the mask off, 360 on my square. See the circle is not the mask off. You promise that your salt, the dialogue's trash talk your past lost. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. Use the outline correction last wrong. I blast off my crash off to the next zest of living. Secretly search some whose ass off. When she walks that ass off, I told back to it like who makes sure y'all ain't seen her response. She wants me to you gave me the script. My the prescription. This is my vision prescription. Listen, standing on my circulation. I feel your hate to make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advance is abnormal, dormant form and leave y'all. Right where y'all started at, let me impart a fact. She'll be sitting in my ship as we chart the map. Thinking in destiny, the turtle in the hat. Acknowledge me as the circle and the square. Yeah. Time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate, the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fake marks. Once we make knowledge, one is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark.
What's going on, Dustin? The other two are just retarded.
Saviors are fake marks. Once we make knowledge, one is when the rhyme and bass drop. Rose up, took a shower, purify my auric field. Took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll.
Zombies.
Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown, sharp report and heal. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all.
I enjoy this. I'll start my fast. Oh, this is gonna be so epic and fun.
This morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spirituality, how you
Yeah, 3 parties going on. I know a bunch of people out here.
feel the beach rap, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, as the avatars that was them, destroy this.
Oh my goodness. Oh, pot of guys.
So she may restore him a great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Wage the heart as I sun ray, my art, her make the patriarch.
It's like they got a lot of dumb IDF soldiers, they got a lot of dumb everything. I didn't do it to you. You did it to yourself. You got 100 kills. I got 100. You know why they did it? To prove that the people that fought in the last 20-year war and the ones before that everybody's easy to manipulate. I don't care if you think you're special this, special that. It shows that you're stupid. You're fighting people that never really had a problem or created with you. You're fighting lies. You're just dumb. Then you're running around with all your fake identities as if it's going to change and manifest something else. You're dumb. You're just straight up stupid. What you going to do about it? What you going to do emotionally unstable, unbalanced, unharmonic? What are you going to do? Careful of what you wish to ask for. Don't trust me. Not at all. Y'all are playing in a field you ain't got no business in. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't care if you killed 20,000. I wouldn't give a fuck. Kill 20, whatever. Or the cowards who fly in planes and drop bombs. The idiots behind drones. You'll see. All that, I guess you thinks it means something. If y'all just see how stupid y'all really look. Which you'll never acknowledge, you'll never see until it's too late. Then they'll experiment, they'll test, they'll pull the worst of you. Use them up. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. I can't play that shit. They done hijack that.
Plenty much gratitude for this collab.
You came in here and wasted your little time looking. Don't even know what you're looking at or what you see.
Yeah, we did that. And the ancestors said to fuck some shit up. So here we are. Check it out. Is it the Great Reset or the Great Awakening? Great America or make America great again? Zombie apocalypse or a space invasion from an alien, or is it enemy or a fake friend? Artificial intelligence and clones are scriptural. Is it miracle or a spell cast magic ritual? Is it religion or is the path spiritual? Is the class pan-African but status aboriginal? I'm not here to debate or be argumentative. Little bit of common sense to dictate we are innocent. Their intent is to slip the start of is if they swift with our children who's being robbed of their fifth. Human trafficking, child sacrifice, adrenochrome, corrupt government in position to defend its own. You part of the resistance for sure. They go send a drone for a lie, fact checking, but I been in a zone since I been home. Been on some less chant down Babylon, Jericho, whatever name you give it, but let's rally on. With or without you, I'm still gonna tally on. They say this is the end time, so I'ma end the finale strong. Social media got you foolish, been a metaverse. Before the earth fully heals, it's gonna get hella worse. Got to be the living word, come out that dead letter cursor. When you spit it to existence, manifest a better verse. In the light of the full moon, you'll soon see turtle shit in full bloom. A black sun pour doom down on these Moloch worshippers, burglars of the internal furniture of the temple of the grand furbisher. Elijah was the precursor. Y'all didn't hear him though. Instead, y'all condemned him as if he were a criminal. Whether mothership or mother wit, we back with the vengeance. Return of the ancient ones, American engines. Operation Mockingbird, the same thing.
The real one.
Hunger games and shortage of food, truly the cause of the hunger pains is who honestly ate doctor? Are they phantoms of the opera? Proctors of Silicon Valley and Big Pharma is Operation Naomi. America stop thing that poses for the MK Ultra program. And these doses of nanotech, these tests of swabs up the noses from youngest to oldest to inoculate this COVID. Are they the deep state or are we in a deep state? We say we got our eye open. It's more like we sleep wait. Is it about enlightening or do you expose shit for clout and likes, which opposes a true socialist with this double-edged sword? I'm a true vocalist. I'm supposed to spit war upon you globalists and your 21 and 2030 agendas as the women weep for me. I'm a worthy avenger in the lights of the full moon. You'll soon see turtle she in full bloom. A black sun pour doom down on these more like worshipers, burglars of the internal furniture of the temple of the grand furbisher. Elijah was the precursor. Y'all didn't hear him though. Instead, y'all condemned him as if he were a criminal. Whether mothership or mother whip, we back with a vengeance. Return of the ancient ones, American engines.
How'd you find me? I was just playing. I didn't mean it. I was just playing.
Respect to all the real Aboriginal Ninjas out there.
Schwack. I was just playing.
Don't fight, y'all.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Schwack.
Then is the beginning. Is it the Great Reset or the Great Awakening? Great America or make America great again? I stare so you know sun gazing like that it glow. Shine right after all the shadow work. I bear my soul. No more grooming policy. Let my hair grow. You a real Niji fighting for freedom. Then we share gold. Feathers up. You civilized or recognize I'm away. You too scared of buck. You love celeb. Sure, yeah, for me you won't spare a buck. It's cool. Dude, that whole day's about to flare up. It'll be too late for you to choose size or square up. How you prepare for the poles to shift. Offline cause it went dark. Total eclipse. The blockchains that doesn't own them loaded clips. Hot lava from bullshit craters. Volcano spit. Complete meltdown. My heat is filled out. Streets need help now. World Economic Forum still found. While we still argue about land ownership and who dwelt on the down. Spelled out on Marcos, old Egypt by feet. The world out and bound. Our land beefing. All them outsiders were means to manipulate with confidence to outfight us. Elaborate strategy used to conquer and divide us. Return of the ancient ones is here to unite us. Ignite us to purge earth of this pestilence. They must return to their own turf or residence, or worse, be cursed with desolence. With no hesitance, return Big Mahu, curse, restore our father's inheritance. I'm not good with dates, got no patience for paperwork. I do know though who the movers and shakers were. Elite Moors, Iroquois, Confederacy, Mormons, Quaker Church.
I'm gonna get ready to get this reading on.
All these spokespersons as if they got the secret key. Chef will point themselves to positions of.
Tell me when you get diarrhea and you're throwing up real bad.
All
right, let me know.
Amongst the first people, equally this is big chieftaincy. Awakening is an endless process of opening, and there's always a door of scars, of secret pain, secret terror, and secret fear.
What's up, Ting? What's up, bro?
Always to be fragrant. A door of scars bars us from the next room of revelation prepared for us. There's always another death to die. Even on the deathbed, there will be another death to die beyond the deaths that are already known. And beyond that death, there will be others we can't imagine. Other deaths into other wider rooms of light. This is the law. This is the process. But what is always opening to another room, another possibility, another vision. Whoever dies.
I'm gonna read them going to the gym. Last day for a few days at least. Oh man. Last day for a few days. Fantastic.
This is for my autonomous people. My sights on the prize lies right in front of my eyes. Success, longevity, good health, all my guys. No longer flew with death. Despite her thick thighs, along hair and promiscuous ways. I'll straight you guys the results. Lives are lost, Jesus well. Mama cries, I surmise the most. High rises as the drama dies to my surprise. I analyze the wise, never argue with you fools. Schools of thought I graduated from, plus use a few. Choose are utilized where I do my own tries fail. I changed the game, now he who buys sells yet. Things are still the same, he who flies sail the ship of destiny. Roll a rock through skies of hell wet. Boy in a pot of poverty, arguing that probably nor possibly Miguel adore her heart and bother G. No more, so no question of who the father be. I son, all you motherfuckers thinking you as hard as me. Cross country, familiar lanes and foreign
What's up,
lands.
Shaq?
Dogs claim they gang, but not for
What's
our
happening?
stolen lands. While they steadily back doing their own lands, I'ma milk this train like a boat of golden crayons. I've come a long way from 92nd and Exes with brand chili, a big old can of Texas. Rose from cold to hot, the temperature. Check it, jealousy and hate is the cause of what success is. The lessons learned are the ones that are best lived. Life's precious, she's quite majestic.
Pretty cool, right?
Respect the guest list for the extra with the death wish. Embrace the envious with a hug of
Pretty
love's
cool,
the
huh?
message. Such a fetish, though there's
When I was in high school, this is like 70,
Uh-huh.
and there was that Popular Mechanics magazine.
Yeah.
And so
Never, I'm live. Don't worry. You're fine.
anyway, it was sort of like this, but the top, we laminated these pieces of plywood.
Uh-huh.
So from the back, it looked like a mushroom.
Oh, wow.
And then it extended over the cab. But
This-
it curved like.
I like,
you know,
I've seen that because I ever since the French guy that went up in the thing talking about the Earth is flat, this is going to come over this,
It was a
and it's going to
lot.
come down about half. Yeah, yeah,
It was a lot of work.
but aerodynamic. I know it's
But
beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah, because this eats gas up.
right.
I love it.
There's no church in the wild. I saw
No, it's fine, brother. It's fine. No, absolutely.
the game ain't been hurt in a while.
All right, all right.
Out there, there's much merch in the owl. Push the dirt in the
I love everybody, man. And I respect everybody. It's the people who are enemies to themselves I have a problem with.
A closed mouth don't get fed. You starving, then speak up. Cross country, familiar lanes and foreign lands. Mugs claim they gang, but not for our stolen lands. While they steadily back doing their own mash. I'ma milk this drink like a bowl of golden grams. Shoot for my engines. Move step. It's feathers up.
What's going on? Up in the house. All right, all right. As long as you ain't drinking or nothing, you good, brother. Well, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit, but we want to stay away from it. I got beer, I got wine. I ain't drinking it though.
Want for your brother what you want for yourself. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
This rhythm is quite refreshing. That being said, permit me to breathe on y'all for a second.
Woo!
Check it out.
I'm scared to drink some more. I might have to take an intermission and run it.
Agreed to put a scar on the foot of God. Wisdom
Put a
of
scar on the
God, from the
foot
book
of God.
Heals all wounds, even after
And the book of Ra. You know I done read all that.
21 guns,
I'm gonna read it to you though.
shots at you whack rappers. I smack actors, I track trappers down, place the crown upon my head, spread my crochet amongst the dead backpackers. Bring the royal back to life, back to reality. It's all about reality, not about a salary. For the love of this light, naturally, Mesoamerica with DZs with bows and arrows be narrowly. Early escape sets grass, so carefully I trace my steps and ask Sharice to marry me through grace. She accepts at last. This is why
Yeah.
white Jesus will at last unsparingly erase every bit of your history.
It's really not warfare. Bad choice. I guess that would be the war.
The living word, y'all just some dead letters, whether Anunnaki or Anasazi. The first Americans were not Africans, nor Nazi, Norsemen, Vikings, or some redskin, tribesmen, scientific proof, archaeology. So cosmologically, Caucasians lied about documented evidence with rocks cry out, white out from the top of Mount Sinai. I shout the land of our ancient Kemetic gods lie south. My route from South America, we dare to sail back across the Atlantic through West Africa. Well, we return under the 29th, curl up tomorrow, Nubia. This their skin to tell, don't panic. I'm not here to overthrow but restore. 1, 2, 3, 4, where they fail to record. Even some of our renowned scholars detoured from off the seashore to flee war just to be more. The rule of God is not for the hotel room, assess the double staircase. Balance of the two lands. Now if I can't do it, then tell me who
Can. To tell me who can. What's going on, beloveds? What's happening? What's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking? I wonder. I don't want to play what's his name? So let's go ahead and pause that. Just want to read, but I wanted to cover something real quick. I stand by what I said earlier. And I put the video up about the woman coming over there. People in this world really don't know how to approach things. Communication is not really words. Words seems to be what people stumble over, trip over. Even in their thoughts, which is ascertained by their actions, right? Your thoughts, you act upon, right? I made it my business to go and look at some things to see what I can pull up. You can always pick up the things that are in acts. The things that keep people saying MAGA this, liberal that, blah blah. It's just, and then the radiance of certain dumb attempting to be calm racist groups that, and then those who want to belong, as if it's something. I remember when Mexican and a few other people started picking vegetables and fruits. It was the messed up ones, the poisoned ones. It wasn't the healthy, good ones. And I remember our people who were weaning out. And many of people still have farms, less now than 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And you never heard about it on the media because the fake-ass banks, the fake-ass IRS, and all of them were too busy attempting to steal it from some of our people for land, to build these things for Bill Gates and all these other bastards on our soil. And our people never even ran like they ran to Bundy Ranch, and they still murdered him. You know that, right? They went up there to FBI with 2 Mexican guys, just like 2 Latino guys, just like they did with Behold a Pale Horse, veterans, right? In Arizona, they shot about with him and killed him, and they always use them to do some dumb shit. The problem is, people don't pay attention. Now, I'm not saying that Mexicans, they're probably Bolsheviks. They assimilate to many, all the so-called ethnicities and races, except for the dark ones. They need traitors. And I mean dark ones. Remember they ambushed him trying to kill his whole family in the suburban, but they got down low, and he got out, no gun in the hand, they murdered him on the spot, in the snow. And this government's supposed to get a free pass because they're all cousins making love to each other, cannibalism, and all the other stuff that's hidden because of fiat and those who belong. I don't care, personally. Yet, it's all over the place. And yet, you would think that people would change direction just on that caliber alone. There are those, and they're smart, they're quiet. But then there are those who are just boisterous and all over the place. And then you start to wonder, well, who are they? Does it even matter? Because it ain't like nobody's going to do anything about it. Before the fall of Tartary, before those, if y'all studied the Bolshevik War and when they were encroaching on our land and kept whooping their asses, and they would stand down and let's make a tree and we give a little land and say, hey, stay right there, it's cool. Then they do the same thing like they did in Palestine. It's not new. They've done it everywhere. And they would use, because there's Palestinians who converted to Judaism who have no problem going over there murdering their own people. Their own people. That sounds crazy, don't it? Well, I'm using that to have a foundation to explain something. You would think that people would rise above that occasion, wouldn't you? Circumvent and see where the real issue lays at. How can y'all have so much hate for one another? I would like to hear the real excuses. I haven't heard none yet. Not one. I've heard a lot of feelings and emotions, which are all scripted, lie. I know that when they hit them 5Gs, because some people are affected by the little frequencies coming from it. I know when they start turning all that 10G, all that stuff up, some of y'all gonna go buck-eye crazy. How many of y'all can stare at the sun for about 10, 15, 20 minutes without it affecting your heart? Be honest. How many of y'all can sun gaze over 20 minutes? Huh? Without it affecting your heart? I know no one's going to be honest. Most people don't know how to communicate, converse, state, say anything. They're always looking for something that fits their narrative, as if their narrative is factual, real. No, it can affect your heart. You stare long enough, like I said, 20 minutes, over 20 minutes. And none of y'all staring at the sun over no 20 minutes. I know you're not. I know you're not. 2 and 3 times a day. When I was out at Wichita, I used to stare at that sun, I think 35, I think the longest. Yeah, no, I said hold on, you know, so. 5 to 15, okay. Just don't increase it so fast. It took me a while. It took me over 2.5 years just to be able to be to myself, nobody interrupting me, or have hours to myself. And when people would see me staring, they'd bug out and they just be quiet, walk like way around me. And I was like, no, y'all can walk past me. It doesn't interrupt me. I used to walk up under the tree. And my homie, him and his wife would know him out there. They would sense it, and they would look out the window. And I would stand under this tree where this branch stood about 2 feet over my head, and then I would do what I have to do, look up, and it's freaked them out. They didn't come around me for like a month and a half, 2 months, and I would do something, and the tree would come down and touch the top of my head, and it would just be there, no wind blowing. And then they go up, and then I would look over, and they would close the blind. That's my man, though. He was always going to Mexico, right? That was my boy, man. T met him. Ganja. For some people, I wish I'd never let meet people who are very beneficial. I took care of the robins and squirrels. I climb up the tree, knowing I shouldn't, way up the tree to save my neighbor's cats. They're in their 30s, and I'm jumping up a tree to get the cats down, you know? Cats don't like people. They didn't scratch me or nothing. They just couldn't figure it out. Those are little things, you know? Very little things. But it's about how we approach things. Do we actually approach things with an open heart? Do we approach things with the benefit of self and its importance? Do we allow ourselves to be of the importance that we actually are? Do we allow the natural state of our existence? I know sometimes I don't even know what it is, because there have been times I've stared at it and it was not what I thought it was. Maybe it was, and maybe it was just something refraction, or there's something in the air. I don't know. But I can say this: everybody's comfortable. So comfortable. So ignorant. Oh, they're breaking it down. That you see it right now. The number of people are dwindling down. Dwindling down. And the media is not going to talk about it. The majority of you're already conditioned to, I just got another burial. Johnny's passed on. Oh my God, he was only 40 years old. Oh, Timmy was only 32. Bobby was only 15. And Eric was only 60. And what happened? Well, they always got an explanation for everything. Isn't it funny how they got an explanation for everything? But now y'all learned that people are not brain dead. That in order to have an organ transplant, you have to be alive. And then you have to receive it from a living donor. Oh yeah. They can't take it from somebody who was deceased. Cancer is no more than parasites. Biopsies release them. Frequencies can kill them. Over 100,000, like I stated. DJ, what's up, beloved? Isn't it something else that you come into this knowledge that's always been there? And yet people are still so quaint in their disposition. They know everything. Isn't it funny how people know everything and there's nothing solved, nothing fixed? Huh? Anyway, I was hoping a few more people would come in here, more than so, and that way I can read to an actual audience. Well, like Ace and many other people, they got big following, 600,000, all that. You would think that the individuals who subscribe would actually take the time to come over and sit still, pay attention. And if you don't pay for premium, if you see an ad, watch the friggin' ad. I know I can see a lot of you don't pay for premium. You get the ads and you don't watch the ads. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being so eclectic. Thank you for being so morally sound and such a visionary. I appreciate you. You know, I'm not sitting here and going to give myself this negative energy. Why do I always have to get the backroom bullies and the discontent and the marginalized? I know that they're the individuals who could change the direction of things instead of being so lucrative in their laziness. Well, I needed to do this because I go and I pull up channel studio where I can look at everything and I can see who's doing what. Hell, I can see who actually has premium and who doesn't. I have people who are supposed to be my supporters that ride with me and chill with me and love me and all this other stuff. And they don't even, they don't do nothing. But they don't mind me carrying or doing things for them that I would do naturally. They just figure, what the fuck? I enjoy seeing the people have a good time. But I know it's only for a moment. I'm turning it on. It's slow. I'm turning it on and get a little faster. I was taking my time studying and reading and watching and looking at things, and I was like, wow. I don't have to go into the old batch of me telling people first and all that. It's not about that. But surprisingly, I want to normalize. I would like to. No, forget what I want or what I really want. I'm gonna never say. I would like to normalize intelligence. You know? Oh my goodness. StudioYouTube.com. Processing, please wait. They want to identify everybody as if. This is mind-boggling. Can't make this stuff up, people. You can't make it up. I don't like spitting in front of old folk. I just old folk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, try that with me. What was that? Knowledge without compassion is poison to the soul. Wisdom is a pillow cloak of empathy. I like it. And the world's missing a whole lot of compassion. And you can never say anything to the so-called world. They would never omit and accept that. So it's supposed to, and let me go back. It's supposed to do this, that, and the other, and it's acting retarded. Dashboard. That is not what I was looking for. Alright. Tony Alloy D610, a truly well and wicked generation. Why? I don't know. Ask them yourself, bro. Okay, I could. Don't ask me why. I don't have a clue. I don't need to know why. So, in my studio, see that? That's the studio right there. Let me unplug it. It's 100%. That's the studio right there. Oh, let me remove that. Review not available. Unnecessary. No strikes. That's the studio. So what I do is I go over. Yeah. And get a help. Don't need it. And I look at the numbers, and I look at the pitches, and I look at all the views, and all those beautiful things. Ads and everything. And they're actually up. Right now on here, on my phone, they're lying about the watch hours. This is what they do. This is the IDF 40, well, the X ones who run in platforms, and the ones they pay. They're lying about the watch hours. In 28 days, I'm over 2,000 hours, but they're sitting there talking about 8:30. It's been 8:35 for about several days. About 6 days. Estimated revenue, they're lying about that. When I crunch the numbers and mash everything together, going back before the 25th. This is what they do. They can't help themselves but lie. But I see you guys, as far as ads, I see that in the last 48 hours, well, I can't talk about when people are asleep. There are enough of you who are skipping the ad or not watching. Wow. Then it has those who are sharing it. I don't care if you don't have people that watch. Sharing it on YouTube is a benefit for me. And some of you are just so arrogant. It's not that I read to you guys. I have more subscribers, absolutely. But there's something wrong. I know it's not me. Not important. No. I mean, in the last month and a half, I jumped up over 300 subscribers. 200 or something. But the people who I respect and I do not loathe, but I actually love. Always have something about them that's very questionable. I'm giving people information that's readily available, but nobody's getting. Some of your parents ain't giving it to you. Your cousins and your relatives are not giving it to you. Don't act like you always had it. Don't even act like it. But even though it's within your DNA, dynamic nucleus, as whatever they call that crap. I ask the simplest things. The simplest things. So I'm about to make, how do you say it? An executive decision. I'm going to read. Over the next whatever days that I start my fast, we're going to see something. Facebook and Instagram, I see all the information I've shared over the last year or two. All of a sudden, it's all over the place. More people in Library of Congress. I think they're having a hard time. Some people are saying or something, I don't know. People are going to books without, pictures and all that, and they're actually picking up old books, ones that probably should have been destroyed, and they're finding stuff as I stated. I don't know why my people have to be the most unappreciative, zealous, hateful, spiteful, spineless, yellow beige streak up the back individuals. And you think I want to continue to entertain that? I'll be making an executive decision. I'm not going to miss anything. Nothing. I'm not going to miss nothing at all, actually. I'm going to let this be a lesson. I know some of you, I've been doing for the longest time. It's but not I and I. It's not in the truth of presence. Because if it was, I wouldn't be saying what I'm saying. That's a fact. All right? Look how we got people that come in here and they hit the like and they jet off because they're scared to say something. Scared to say, hey, what's happening? What's going on, bro? What's up? They come in. But then they go on other platforms, they didn't see me, and they have the biggest mouth, and when something affects them, they're all over the place, and they're blah, 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 and then, and so, and so, and so, and blah, blah, blah. I can go on there right now. Yeah, I don't even want to look at this. This is all the chart. This is everything. And I just tap on everything else, explain, charts, people, community. And lets me know. All my content detection, everything, us. It lets me know exactly what's earning, what's this, that, and the other, the YouTube partnership, what I'm utilizing, AI, everything. It lets me know everything. Dashboard, I go back to the top. It lays it all on the line for me. Yes, I had to learn how to read this stuff. Well, let me go over here. Doesn't matter what you say. It's all right. It's absolutely fine. They want you to look at they want you to be worried about who's a boy, who's a girl. They want you to look at the butt cheek, taking a picture, black, white, 13 families, and the IRS are Africans, and this, that, and all this other stuff. Aliko Dangote, the richest black man in the world, makes history as the first African-born millionaire. Like, who cares? Billionaire, whatever it says, billionaire to reach, like, I think he's like $30 billion. These are the individuals who are in a circle. Joan Lockhart, about her dying at 100. Who gives a damn? They need y'all to be so jacked up. And I'm looking at these people share the same thing. And then I got the ones who now they're, damn, now they're warlocks and they witches and they this and they that and they, if they don't get their Harry Potter ass Japan made. What I like though is when people are now finding giant skeleton bones and they're not turning it over to the government so they can put it in the Smithsonian and hide it. There are people finding pelvic bones about the size of your upper torso. Yes, pelvic bones in the water. They're down there and they're pulling it up and they ain't running to get gold and dollars. They realizing we got to put it out there before they lock it down. I'm talking about a whole, these are the things that I like, but then there are people who are talking about the stuff that I talked about 6 months ago. All of a sudden now it's relevant that they're talking about it. But you don't never see them coming here saying, what's up? How's it going, Red Wolf? How you doing, brother? No. They sit back, they come in, they look. They don't even hit the like some of them. And then they want to put at, I guess that everyone or highlight or whatever the fuck, like you're supposed to go in there and like they shit because they want to make their little dollar. I support everybody. I like on everybody's shit. They said no to me. I'm talking about, dude, I already saw it. If you look, I already liked it, man, like the other day. They don't even be thinking. I said it could be so simple. We can all support one another. But some people are so, they're so messed up. I'm not gonna repeat everything here. It's just tons, man. It's just I can't even look at it. I'm not gonna go to Instagram because Instagram like having the racist groups on there now. Anyway, let me shut up. Let me go ahead and start reading. It's just the same old same, man. It's a very, very disturbing thing. Now I need to get to the gym to get my water and everything made up so that way I can go ahead and start doing what I need to do for the next however many days I do it. I won't be working out. I won't be exerting myself. I probably won't be traveling all over the place and all that stuff. They're coming to pick up all the blow up stuff for the kids. I really was gonna go over there and jump on and play, but no. All right. Damn tobacco. When I'm fasting, I don't do the tobacco thing, y'all. What was that? The boyfriend, the bills. This is a creative man with the skills to build a society. Man, this weird has become embarrassing, like watching it. Yeah, man. Chevy Chase. I'm gonna look at Chevy Chase tonight, man. And it being Saturday, you would think that, you know, those who are doing their salat or their Sabbath, you know, they would take the time to come over and listen to a few readings. I was gonna break down some biblical quotes so we learn how to internalize it instead of looking externally or outward. But I decided I'm just gonna read. Remember where we was at yesterday? Oh, the day before when I was reading this? Oh, shit. Okay, let me see. All right. Did I actually? There we go. Turn it up. Excuse me. We're back. We're back. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, T. You knew it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think they realized I was going to be right back. Thanks for sending a message. But when I saw the I was like, oh, I'm just talking to the choir. No, my apologies. All right. So let's get into it. I'm going to keep the internet on too. We have Verizon towers right here. So that should speak volumes. That's not what's doing it. You're still under UHF and all that stuff. That's these are interrupters, remember? The truth is still out there. What now? The more we investigate, the more we find undeniable evidence that a major... I just hit the thing, didn't I? There we go. I gotta put my gun. My gun is killing my freaking... I'm thinking about getting another handgun and building another rifle and selling the one I got. I want to build something. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, undeniable evidence that a major historical reset took place, one that involved the erasure of an entire civilization, Tartaria, the replacement of native black Americans with a new indigenous narrative, the use of orphan trains to repopulate America with European settlers, and the forced reclassification of people through census manipulation and government policies. What can we do now? Now, if you want, I'm going to pull this up right quick, all right? Let me see if it pulls it up. I meant to do it earlier and I did not. You know, I'm a little ignorant sometimes. It is what it is. Let me Now, you're gonna actually kind of love this. I enjoy it because Should Winnie Noventa did what I was gonna do. All right. He's a Pan-African, indigenous, Pan-American. And when he made this book, obviously, if you look at the dates, he paid attention to a lot of us who've been talking about this for years. And he put it together so well. And the sources of references you can't deny or hide from. That's the beautiful thing of who we are and what we're capable of. And if only more of our people would take the time to do it, I just chose not to. I remember saying I'm not going to write on Tartaria. I've been more than enough information that was suppressed and hidden for a long time. Okay? So for him to take it upon himself to do this was just magnificent. All right? Anyway, what can we do now? Research old census records, maps, and historical documents to trace what really happened. Connect with descendants of Black Native American tribes who still hold oral histories. Challenge mainstream historical narratives and question the role of major institutions in rewriting history. The truth is out there, buried beneath layers of deception, and are we ready to uncover it? What was Negro land on historical maps? Negro land appears in 17th and 18th century European maps of Africa, referring to a region of West Africa that included kingdoms like Benin, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. This region was a major center of trade, wealth, and learning before colonial powers redrew African borders. European explorers, particularly those involved in the transatlantic slave trade, referred to the region as Negro land because it was home to several powerful black kingdoms. Actually, Negro land was in America. We'll see. Example map of Negro land. Emmanuel Bowen's 1747 map of Negro land and Guinea clearly labels Negro land in West Africa. West Africa wasn't even settled. Most of the pale skins were still there. John Kerry's 1805 map of Africa also references Negro land near the Gold Coast and Slave Coast. Negroes and Africans were two different people. But you got to pay attention to what's going on here. But does the term Negro land ever appear on maps of America? Well, Was Negro land in the Americas? While most mainstream maps place Negro land in West Africa, some researchers argue that early maps suggest black civilization existed in the Americas prior to European colonizations. Absolutely. Clues that suggest Negro land may have also referenced the Americas. The presence of Moors in early American accounts. Several early European explorers reported encountering dark-skinned, woolly-haired indigenous people in the Americas. Sir Francis Drake and early Spanish records described Native American tribes with features resembling those of Africans or Moors. Old maps referencing black populations in the Americas. Some pre-1700 maps included terms like Ethiopian Ocean or land of the Blackamoors. In parts of the Caribbean and South America, in 1562, map by Diego Gutierrez labels a portion of South America as Regio Ethiopium, region of the Ethiopians. 16th to 17th century, Jesuit missionary writings mention groups of black-skinned peoples living in Florida, Louisiana, and the Mississippi Valley before European colonization. You got to remember, Mississippi, or what you want to say, Louisiana, Mississippi, stretch all the way over to Cali, which they call California today. All right, before European colonization. All right, 17th century, you know what that means. Could Negro land have been a term that originally described both parts of Africa and regions of the Americas that had large black populations? Well, Ethiopia and America is a forgotten connection. Ethiopia is one of the oldest names used for lands inhabited by dark-skinned people. In ancient times, it did not just refer to modern-day Ethiopia, but was used by the Greeks, Romans, and Arabs to describe all black civilizations across Africa and beyond. Absolutely. Even the fucking Hindus. There are historical references to Ethiopia in the Americas, particularly in South America and the Caribbean. Some early European maps labeled portions of Brazil, Venezuela, and the Caribbean as Ethiopia. The Ethiopian Ocean, many which predate 18th century maps, label the South Atlantic as the Ethiopian Ocean, showing a link between Africa and the Americas. They're all connected. But also, there are maps which I've showed you that had Negro land going straight across America. So you can actually pull up maps with those distinguished terms in it. Even with the South America being Ethiopia of the Ethiopian Sea and the Gulf of the Choctaw, not Mexico. All this stuff is still out there. All the maps, all of it's out there, bro. And maps prior to the period maps, all right? Ethiopian territories, it's all there. In North America, it's everywhere. Holy shit. The Picus. Example maps mentioning Ethiopia. A 1625 world map labels the South Atlantic Ocean as the Mer Ethiopica, Ethiopian Ocean. A 1748 French map by Jean-Baptiste Nolan places Ethiopia near Brazil in the Caribbean. Could Ethiopia have been an ancient name for regions in the Americas that housed large black populations before European colonization? How does this relate to the Tartaria reset in orphan trains? If black civilizations were present in the Americas before the arrival of Europeans, and if names like Negro land and Ethiopia were erased from maps, then the question arises, what happened to these original populations? Connection to the reset and population replacement. Step 1, depopulation of the Americas, 1600 to the 1800s. The mud flood theory suggests that a major cataclysm event, either natural or engineered, wiped out large civilizations around the world. Diseases like smallpox and plagues devastated native populations, but some researchers believe these events were orchestrated to justify population replacement. Step 2, orphan trains as a population replacement program, 1854 to 1929. Orphans were up to 1960s for those who don't know. Between 1854 and 1929, over 250,000 children were relocated across the U.S. via orphan trains. These orphans were mostly European children, which may have been an international effort to repopulate areas. You got to remember, Mongolians were considered European. Ain't that fucked up? Areas where the original black and indigenous populations had been removed. Step 3, the systematic erasure of black indigenous identities. The original black indigenous people may have been forcibly reclassified as Negro or freedmen. Many black native, and we see that on documents. Cure Meal that showed you, drop a plethora. I showed y'all in the early process of these videos, and they're still up. Many black native tribes were denied federal recognition and had their land taken away. The Dawes Rolls of 1898 and 1914, right, forced indigenous people right before the Great World War, indigenous peoples to register as either Indian or Negro, stripping away black indigenous heritage. Most people refused to. What the fuck? We're on our land. What we need to, you see that now. Were the orphan trains an essential part of repopulating the Americas after a great reset that removed the original black indigenous population? Where can you find evidence of these maps? If you want to verify these historical connections for yourself, here's where to look. And they give David Rumsey Historical Map Collection, Library of Congress Map Division, British Library, well, I used to be in there, British Library Online Maps, Old Maps Online, when you go to oldmapsonline.org. Key historical maps to research is that 1747 Emmanuel Bowen map of Negro Land, Africa. 1562 Diego Gutierrez map of South America, the Regio Ethiopium. 1625 world map featuring more Ethiopia, as far as the Ethiopian Ocean and all the lands around. 1748 Jean Baptist Nolan's map of South America. It's not even the maps that I've showed you. Cross-referencing these maps with early colonial writings and indigenous oral histories may reveal even more about the lost history of black populations in the Americas. Final thoughts. Are we ready to reclaim the true history? Now, the evidence suggests that history has been rewritten, erasing the presence of black indigenous civilizations in the Americas and all over. Old maps contain clues that Negro land in Ethiopia may not have been confined to Africa. Absolutely. And there is evidence that black Native Americans were reclassified and removed from history. Absolutely, while we've been alive. And the orphan train movement appears to have been a deliberate population replacement strategy, bringing a new world order. If names like Negroland and Ethiopia were once linked to the Americas, why were they erased? Was a global reset responsible for depopulating the Americas and replacing its original inhabitants? Is it time for us to re-examine the maps, documents, and oral histories that tell a different story from the official narrative? The orphan train movement, a mass rehoming of children. Between 1854 and 1929, over 250,000 to 500,000 pale-skinned or white European children were shipped across the United States, Mexico, and Canada in what is now called the orphan train movement. There were newspaper articles, there's tons of them. Key questions about the orphan trains: where did all these orphan children come from? Well, many were freed from poorhouses and orphanages in New York. Now, there's some light-skinned nigga on TikTok. I don't care if he got an Instagram or YouTube channel saying the orphan trains wasn't real. He's a fucking retard. Anyway, New York, Boston, he's trying to sensationalize himself to be someone to think that he can argue and debate someone. He hasn't talked to somebody who actually knows, who has relatives who help orphan. I'll take a lot of those orphans in and bring them in. And even though before the racist witch card was created, a lot of people were sleeping with them, making these little leader horns and shit. And you know what happens with that? Well, if you lynch motherfuckers, you get them children, you can make them hate their very existence. Anyway, some were abandoned children of new European immigrants, but others seem to have no clear ancestry or family background. Could some of these children have been removed from their original families and rebranded as orphans to hide a larger agenda? Why were they sent across the country? You got to remember these Khazars, whatever, right? That they had no problem sleeping with women once certain battles were lost, all right? And they would make all these damn children, and they didn't give a fuck about them. These were bodies to be used in what you see going on now. There your orphans are, from their goddamn bloodline. They were placed in the Midwest, the South, and the Westlands that were once home to Tartarian cities and advanced structures. The orphan train program ensured that these children were raised in Americanized environments, disconnecting them from any past cultural heritage. All these so-called border towns are fake Western cities. All right? Many were given new names, new families, and new identities, erasing their true origins. Could the orphan train movement have been a part of a Tartarian reset program? A depopulated land needs people to run it. Instead of allowing the old world to rebuild, a new population was introduced to replace it. These children grew up disconnected from any knowledge of the past and became the foundation of the new American identity. Were these children intentionally receded into America to replace the Tartarians and ensure the past was forgotten? Well, I know that they proved 2 books. They got pale skins, Tartaries, only showed the people who were occupying the land and called them Tartars. They weren't the original people, because there's still books that I saw in France and Germany that showed Negroes moving around these cities. Even in Spain, with the great buildings and everything else that look like all the other Tartarian buildings all around the world. Between 1820 and 1924, over 33 million Europeans migrated to the United States. 1820 to 1924, over 33 million Europeans migrated to the United States. This was the largest population shift in American history. Before 1820, the U.S. population was still relatively low. After 1820, massive waves of Europeans suddenly flooded in. If the U.S. was already inhabited before the discovery of America, what happened to the previous inhabitants? Were the newly arrived Europeans settling into lands that were once part of the Tartarian Empire? Who were these European immigrants? And then you see all the documents, and you can pull those up to see for yourself. British and Scottish 1600s to 1800s arrived first, settling in the East Coast and the South. Germans and Scandinavians 1700s to 1900s. I was reading it, and I guess, no, I saw it. Well, anyway, it was just leaning. So, did y'all hear the last part? Let me read the last part again, just to make sure, because I think this is very important. When we look at the resettling, it gives a brief history. So again, did y'all get where were the newly arrived Europeans settling into lands that were once part of the Tartarian Empire? Who were these European immigrants? You got to remember, we rebuilt the Franklin House, the White House. I don't even call it that no more. And the Capitol, we rebuilt all that. They didn't rebuild shit. The British and the Scot-Irish, 1600s to 1800s, arrived first, settling in the East Coast and the South. The Germans and Scandinavians in 17 and 1900s moved into the Midwestern farming regions. They were fighting us. Irish and Italians, 18 and 1900s, obviously this is during the fake-ass Civil War, took over urban areas like New York, Chicago, Boston, and Philadelphia. Slavic, Jewish, and Eastern Europeans, late 1800s, early 1900s, settled in the cities and industrial centers. This is after they conquered all the other lands. A lot of these pale skins were niggas. Trust me. This massive influx of people coincide with the ratio of Tartarian cities and their replacement with a modern society. They didn't conquer us. They didn't win. Y'all need to remember that shit. They are now, because people are running around delusional and fucking stupid, but they're not the ones winning. Everyone's losing. By a handful of fucking individuals. Every time I see a pale skin walking around looking racist, I said, do you know they're trying to kill your dumb ass too? It's only because of what? Because you're stupid. You're on my land with your bullshit, and they be like, I mean, I know. You look Native American or something. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm the original people of this land. Don't get it fucked up. I told you that the Germans, that new term, they only came back here because we all visited each other. It ain't like we didn't know each other. We visited the Anu Islands. We went to Ethiopia. We went to everywhere. We went to them sellout Hindus. We call Hindus. We went everywhere. All those sellout motherfuckers. Most of those identities are brand fucking new, all right? We went to all of them. We went to Australia. Actually, we helped fight against some of the motherfuckers who are killing them. You don't see that because they'll never tell that. Why do they want to tell you the story and give you a false sense of hope? No, sense of hope, excuse me. You know what I mean? What's the name of the book? Oh, it's Tartaria. Oh, excuse me. I'm just gonna hold it up. You can screenshot it. It's quite big. Tartaria, for the hidden, history unlocked. And there's a picture book as well. And there's plenty of other Tartarian books that people have been writing lately. And I would probably put all 30 of them together. And the ones that I read when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, they really had plethora of information. Some of those books, when I went back after the military, were removed. I wasn't surprised. I used to read stuff on microfiche, news articles, to find the giant bones and all that stuff, What was that? Oh, I did it. Yeah, I know it's gonna always do it. But they're gonna do the dumb stuff. Hey, Sharon. Colin, everybody's gonna start coming in here all late and everything. I guess some people ain't showing up because they're afraid. Oh, I don't want to donate, so I don't want to be seeing some more goofy shit. I want to help people out. Like, Hollywood didn't do y'all justice. Don't walk in front of me like you think your shit don't stink when you know you don't even wash with a washcloth. That's for some individuals. They just got this stank herb about them. I'm glad the windows are rolled up because I don't want to smell them. I don't like that when they walk by like that. I smell the stank. Not that I can see the little butane mist of colors off of children that's so beautiful. These people, you can just tell when they stink, man. Some of them, not all. You got a way of, that's a way, you know what I mean? I've seen niggas walk around that wear the same clothes in Florida every day. At least they wash their ass. I mean, out there selling drugs like retards. Not all. Some of them nasty motherfuckers too. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm gonna get ready to go to the. That's all right. That's what they do. There's notifications, but it's going to the idiots. There's a notification. It's going to the idiots. Because that's all they know how to do is idiot. You know? Real idiots. Anyway, I'm gonna get my workout on. I appreciate it though. I'm not gonna thank you, Robert Anderson. Just give it to my Cash App because I appreciate that. But yeah, I appreciate either way. But Cash App is why, because I want to get this. I had, man, when they had there's a little group of people, some Japanese. Man, I hope I'm in a magazine. I'm like, this thing is nothing but just wood, raw wood, and a little treatment, tongue oil and shit. I was like, standing beside, taking pictures and shit. I was like, me. And I was like, anybody here crunching them or subbing them? And about 5 of them, Taekwondo, yes. Third Dan, subbing them. So I got pictures with some magnificently beautiful North Korean. I think one was North Korean. Somebody escaped, so it was beautiful. It's nothing like it, y'all. I like stuff like that, man. To me, this is great. I know y'all can tell, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm gonna go on and get my workout on. And after that, I'm gonna have I guess a little time. I'm still gonna read a little bit, but I'm really gonna have time to myself, you know what I'm saying? To really, my apologies, I love it. Time to myself to really meditate, and I need to go and pull out a couple more books that I want to read to you guys. I got plenty here. I want to get into the Box of Rebellion, but I want to finish these. I want to keep giving y'all something to really look inside. I know it's hard. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's internet back on. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's real easy or it's simplistic. I'm actually going to go a little further to things I haven't read, and I'm going to give you the things that hopefully will benefit you. And if things I've been giving you are helping, then awesome. And if they're still confusing, it's nothing wrong with y'all saying I'm having a little hard time with this one, or that's what we do, what was that? I can't with all the national label bullshit. There's a hunt where y'all come from. Y'all came from at first. Way up. Man, go easy, bro. I'm trying to keep people cool, man. But it is what it is. That's what it is. That's what the picture was. That's the individuals, and that's who it was taken with. But regardless, I know what you mean. But I want to read stuff that's going to help individuals. You know what I'm saying? YouTube robs. It steals from people. And then they want to tax people. I don't pay no goddamn taxes. I want to give you something that's going to benefit each individual. It's up to you. I know. I've been giving that. I'm doing something different, bro. All right. I'm doing something different, man. I'll call an idiot out when I got to. When you know what I'm saying? If they come around, I'll call them out. But right now, I'm doing something different, bro. I really want people to be able to look inside, because it'd be the hard-pressed ones, the ones who have an issue, that may find it harder. There are factors that still keep them in the dark. Now the ones who don't matter and don't care, fuck them. But to the ones, because you never know who they are, the ones who really are doing their best to hear something, to listen, to, you know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that's the reason why I do what I do. Okay? Damn, that thing's big, man. Damn, they rolled that up quick. Those are the ones who should matter. You know what I'm saying? I know, it's cool, bro. I know what you're saying. You know I know. Come on, man. But there are those who want to say something. They want to reach out. They don't know what they should say. And everybody has a chance. Everybody has a chance to make a choice. And everybody deserves that chance to make a choice, the proper choice. Or they could make the wrong choice, whatever it may be. But I want to be able to read the things that, because I haven't read everything, far from it. I want to be able to read the things that will benefit them and share that. And I'm serious about that. It's obviously it's obvious, you know what I'm saying? And listen to you. But I'm gonna go ahead and get myself together. I gotta go make 5 more of these. Damn. And I know over a certain period of hours or days, whatever the fuck, I know that whenever I consummate this relationship with this fast shit, I know that the way I'm doing it now, I'm gonna lose some weight. It ain't a lot. It probably won't be that noticeable, but it'll probably be good, but I gotta do it. I would never ask y'all to do it. Why? I feel like I should do it. Like that's why I've always been. Yeah, if you would have took off with that, oh man, you would have had a big accident. You know what I'm saying? I just listen to you. I appreciate it. Hey, that's what you're supposed to do, fam. That's what you're supposed to do. Absolutely. Anyway, I appreciate you guys, and I might come on a little later, all right? Because I want to read Helena Blavatsky. God, oh man, that, and yeah, just right here, and the Sacred Secretion. Like, I have other books, but those two really hit home. You know what I'm saying? The world is a 3-dimensional space with people, yeah, perception of it coming. Or how about the 11th? How about the 20th dimension by the narrative? There are things with the string theory, all that stuff. There's so much, man. You know, but we're going to take it slow because people are fucked up, bro. People are fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm going to enjoy this motherfucker tonight. Why? Tonight. Whoa. Fuck that thing up. I need my cinnamon from a protein drink, so I'm gonna get that made up. So it's off to the gym. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna make sure I just get an hour in. I don't want to go. I'm gonna get my seat up. I feel like a little tiny tight way down there, like I'm in a lowrider or some shit. All right. Excuse me. Got a phone interview. I'll be there though. Next Monday. I think it's a Monday. My brother, his good brother too. All right, so hope y'all appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. Let me get this up in the music. And again, I'll see you guys a little later. Probably read those little night reading before I take it down and get some meditation and get myself really prepared for this shit. Damn. It's a vintage, bro. All right. Well, it takes it by. I'm beyond. I hear you, beloved. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks a lot, man. If y'all only knew about me studying y'all, even though I'm reading and studying the people around me, it helps me make a lot of choices and decisions. It really does. Don't think I'm not like Jonah, that I'm not stubborn about like the city gates of Nineveh. Oh, I'm more stubborn than that motherfucker. That's all I'm gonna say to that. See you guys in a little bit.